Hey people, good evening. Welcome to the Wednesday evening Hump Night live stream. Hope you're all doing well. Hello Sarah. Hello Drew. Hello Zach and Tavane. Welcome everyone. It's just a bit after 6:30. It's about 4 degrees. The temperature is rapidly dropping. I think it feels like -2 with the wind chill. It was 10 or 11 degrees earlier today, very mild and a bit damp feeling, and now it's feeling quite chilly. As the weather takes a turn here, we're going to be getting some nasty weather over the next couple of days, I think, moving in tonight. Hello Nadine, hello Cam, hello Kenzo, what's up Greg and Vivian Johnson, hello. My YouTube account, hello Jada, I'm doing well, hope you are too. Hello Mr. Majestic and Joseph and Chris and Gertij and Jacques and Whitby Dude, hello. Yeah, welcome everyone. Hello Hewer, William Elliott, and yeah, the area might be getting some snow also in the next day or two, and very windy conditions also. I think there's a wind advisory being issued for the area. Hello How Top G. Hello Jillian and Alex and Pamela, welcome. Bill Chow, how you doing? S. Giles and Mr. Adam's Apple. And Funny Dog and Coco, hello. Welcome one, welcome all. At the Allen Gardens here, you can see the top of the tower, looking all red tonight. Yeah, that's why I timed it this way, Bill. Natasha, hello. What's this here? Alright. Just kind of random. Let's follow it. Maybe it'll lead us to it. The killer clown. Maybe I'm walking towards my ultimate end here. Survived so far. Hey Alicia, hello. Watching from Thailand, I hear. Dog park. And Yvonne Atherton. Howard Charco and Brent Sheehan, hello. Welcome everyone. What's up Jersey? Sal Smith. Yeah, well, it stopped here. I wonder where it'll end up tonight, you know, with the wind that we're going to be getting. I wonder where this balloon will end up, say, at this time tomorrow. Will it survive? Will it survive the night? Maybe it will, maybe it won't. Maybe it'll end up in, like, Scarborough or something, right? Who knows? Hey, Mark M, hello. Phil from Connecticut, welcome to the stream. And hello, Marg. And hey, I finally got around to buying a new cable for my power bank, so hopefully tonight I won't have to stop every 5 minutes and fiddle around with that as I usually do. Seems to be working good so far. We're going to get a storm. Well, there's you know, not necessarily a storm, but some very windy weather. And some areas north of the city will get some heavy snow, lake effect snow. And then I think tomorrow, some of the streamers coming off of the Great Lakes will possibly find their way into the city. Some bands of snow might come our way tomorrow. Wouldn't necessarily call it a storm or anything, though. Might be like some whiteout conditions every now and again because of the wind and the blowing snow. But the amounts of snow I don't think will be that much in the city. But up north they're expecting lots of snow due to the lake effect, right? Like 30 to 50 centimeters I saw. Some places closer to Lake Huron. Up in the Barrie, Aurelia, Collingwood, the Bruce Peninsula, all those sorts of places. Yeah, I mean, it's just typical late November weather, right? This is nothing, nothing to get excited about. But tomorrow I'd rather not walk around in blowing snow and all that. I don't know, maybe I will, right? Maybe I'll do a video if it actually amounts to anything. I mean, that's what I usually do if we get any significant snow. I'll head out and do a walk. Hey, Pine Sol. Hello, hello. Hello, Lucio. And Leo, what's up? Yeah, earlier today it was super mild. Very warm day. Double digits, you know. And now it feels like below freezing. What's up, Tyler? Randy Ruck is here. Hello. 200 people watching already. So I'm on Carlton Street. I think I'm going to walk along here and it'll become College Street, and I'll just continue walking along College, I think, for a bit. Don't really have a set plan necessarily for the walk tonight. Still pretty busy out here right now. I guess we're still at the tail end of rush hour. Wednesday rush hour tends to be pretty busy. Maybe people are out and about trying to do stuff so they can stay in tomorrow if the weather's too crappy tomorrow. It's like, let's go do it now. And tomorrow we'll just stay in if we can. Hey, Lawson Martin, hello. Maple Leaf Gardens with the big Loblaws. There's snow in the forecast for some areas outside of the city. But I think the day after that, there's a chance that some snow might fall in the city here, but not as much. Toronto never gets as much, right, as the surrounding areas. Sometimes an hour north of the city will have like a foot of snow on the ground, and Toronto will have nothing. That's just how it works here usually. Here's the Maple Leaf Gardens. Hey YouTube, hello. Smells good here. What am I smelling here? Is it this? Is it the Pita Way? Or maybe it's this. The Burger Architects. All I know is it smells real good. Or maybe it's the sushi place. Or maybe it's the Subway. Or maybe it's the Vietnamese place. Maybe it's all of it all combined together. Hey, Kurt D, hello. It's windy, yeah, it's windy right now, and it's going to get windier. Unfortunately, one of my least favorite things is wind when I'm out walking, recording, streaming. Hey, Nav and Dat, hello. And Lisa, good evening. Oh, I forgot to see what was playing at the Carlton cinema there. Oh well, I'll check it out another time. They always have some neat movies playing there for $5. Some old movies, you know, usually. Some classics for cheap price, and the theater is pretty nice. The seats are comfortable. It's a very good deal if you're into that sort of thing. Hey, Carl Roth, how you doing? Good evening to you. There's some musical history painted on that building there. Yonge Street was known for all of its live music back in the day. All the clubs that used to line Yonge Street. All these people played at one time or another. Famous people. Those clubs are all gone now, sadly. It's from another era. Hey, Ruben, hello. And Jefferson. And Donkey. Lisa, of course, knows the artist. Hey, Rakzik, how you doing? Hey, Omar. All right, we're at Yonge Street. This is a good spot for them to park their bikes while they make their deliveries here. Looking down Yonge. I'm not sure if we'll end up back at Yonge Street later or not. Maybe I'll avoid it tonight. I do have a video coming up where I do a walk along Yonge Street, so maybe I shouldn't do another stream along Yonge Street tonight. Hello, Mark. How you doing? I think it's always busy, Kenzo. I'm not sure if it gets noticeably busier during the winter break. I don't think the student population kind of is all that noticeable on a day-to-day basis. I mean, Toronto is so big and busy in any case. I'm sure the students do contribute a lot, though, to the vibrancy, especially around the campus areas. But it would be busy without them, I think, too, you know? Like, obviously, if you're walking right through campus, it can be really busy at certain times of day, U of T or TMU. Along College Street also, depending on what time, it'll be a lot busier with the students. But there are a ton of students, though, at the two campuses, right? Like 150,000 or so, if you combine them together. Hey, Picard. Make it so. Hello, Rajan and Christos, welcome. 315 Tricky. I decided to do a different Picard quote this time. Don't want to say the same thing over and over. I used to go, you know, engage. Ozan. Bay Street. Yeah, pretty bustling right now. You're in Toronto. Hey, so am I. Hello, Carol. Yeah, the wind, man. It's happening. The wind is kicking into high gear here. I don't like visiting any mall, to be honest. At Christmas time. I don't know. I mean, the Eaton Center is the obvious choice, right? Since it's so close to where I live. I don't like to really visit any other mall even further away. Unless it's for a video. I'll probably do a video this year again. At Yorkdale or something. Or maybe I'll go to another big mall that I haven't covered yet. I still haven't done a video of Vaughan Mills. Maybe I should make a trek up there. See what's going on there for the Christmas shopping. Hello, hello. How you doing? Hello? Hello? The Dirty Duff. Yeah, what do they do for Christmas? I don't know. Do they even have a Santa in there? I'm not sure. Maybe I'll check it out. Yeah, if I do go to Vaughan Mills, I'll probably incorporate a subway ride video into it. Make two separate videos, of course. I meant to go to Vaughan Mills like months ago during the summer. I just never mustered up the will to venture out there. It seems like a bit of a task, you know, to get out there. Even though it's mostly a subway ride, but then you do have to transfer onto a bus or something. Unless you want to walk the last bit, which is a fairly decent walk through a bunch of boring nothingness, really. Yeah, hop on a Viva bus. I think there's actually isn't there a bus at some times of the year where we'll take you directly to Vaughan Mills from downtown? It's like a special Vaughan Mills shuttle bus. Didn't they have that? Where you don't have to do the TTC, you can just get a direct bus ride to Vaughan Mills from downtown somewhere. Maybe I'll look into that. Nadine says yes. Okay, maybe that's what I'll do. I don't know. I'll see. Yeah, it's like a casino bus, except it goes to the mall. Come to Vaughan Mills and spend all your money. We'll provide you with the transportation. From Union Station. Okay, thanks, Nadine. That might be an easier way to get there. Alright, we're crossing University Avenue. Still busy. Still lots of people around. Look at Queen's Park. Look at all the lights they have there. They've really done it up this year at the Ontario Legislature there. Yeah, holy moly. Look at all the lights over there. Oh, calm down. Hello, Arnold. Now that all the Christmas lights and stuff are popping up all over town, it's tempting to go check them out now, but I usually save that sort of thing until December, you know. It actually feels like Christmas season is upon us. Doesn't seem right to do it in November. I mean, we had the parade already, but like I plan to go check out the distillery, Winter Village and all that sort of stuff, but I want to wait until December. It just doesn't feel right otherwise. Same with the other neighborhoods that have all their Christmas stuff. Hey, Dame in Washington, hello. Pianola Enterprises, hello. And I usually do a walk around the financial district because they usually have all the office towers decked out with big Christmas trees in their lobbies and that sort of thing. It's usually a fun walk. I enjoy it usually every year. And of course the street with all the inflatable Santas, that's right. Kringlewood, right? Oh well, another week or so and we'll be in December, and I'll start checking some of that stuff out. Hello, Taco Tuesdays. Yeah, there's a Black Friday here now. There never used to be, but it's a big thing here now too. So maybe this Friday I'll check some of that action out. We might have some crappy weather though to go along with it, right? On Friday, as I was mentioning, might have some possible snow. Tiana, hello. Hey, get to the tower. social house. This must be the place. It does look inviting. When it starts to get cold and windy out here, any place looks inviting, really. It's like, I bet you it's warm in there. Am I going Black Friday shopping? I have no plans to. I've never done it, you know. I've never bought a single thing on Black Friday. I tend to avoid going anywhere around busy shopping areas, of course, unless I'm recording a video, which I most likely will be doing, so I guess I don't really avoid it, but you know what I mean. I don't insert myself into it any more than I have to, I guess. It's like I go in, record a video, and I'm out. Hello, Mo. How you doing?
Yeah.
That's right. Get in, get out. All these old row houses are going to be coming down here. This little row of restaurants was very popular for many years. They're building another building for students to live in here, I think. It's going to be a tall tower providing housing for the students. U of T is right there. Hello, Jake. Hello, Cinta Alameda. Hello. Brother. Winds here. Some guys strolling along in shorts. It's because we're in front of a tall building here. We're getting that wind tunnel effect right here on this corner. That was like gale force winds, man. I think some areas down closer to the shore of Lake Erie, south of Toronto, might be getting 80 to 90 kilometer winds tomorrow, I think. Hey, Kevin Hawthorne, hello. Yeah, I have a double wind muff. I have my usual one, plus I put another one on top of that one, so I have two layers of wind muff on my phone right now to try to mitigate the noise, the wind noise. Because I figured I'd need them today. I need all the help I can get. Over 300 people in, well, not necessarily in the chat, but 300 people watching anyway. But you can all come into the chat and say hi if you haven't already done that. You do have to subscribe to join the chat, but that's free and painless. Pizza by the slice. One slice, $4.50, any flavor. How big are the slices though? I don't know, $4.50. If it's a huge slice, I guess, but it's probably not. I think $3 is a good price for a slice, right? A nice size one. It's pretty good, yeah? Oh, good to know. I bet you it's nice and cozy inside the library right now. I tried to record a video inside this library one time and security told me I have to fill out a form. So I was going to do that. I went to the desk or whatever. The librarian gave me the form, but then she told me, and if you're recording a video, you can't show any people in the library. And I was like, well, how am I supposed to do that? I mean, first I have to fill out a form, and then I have to walk around and somehow not show any people in the library while I'm walking around recording inside the library? How is that even possible? So I just said, well, forget it then. And I just left, and I sneakily recorded a little video before I left. So just as I was heading out. I just wanted to show the interior of the library because it's pretty architecturally interesting. So I did manage to get a bit of it on video, but oh well. Hey, Van Smythe. That's your home branch. Ah, that's a nice one. My home branch is the Cabbagetown branch on Parliament Street. Or not Parliament, what am I saying? Oh yeah, I guess it's sort of on the corner of Gerrard and Parliament. It's more so on Gerrard though. Some random bag blowing across the street or something. I wonder where that balloon is now that I saw at the beginning of the stream. All right, Spadina. Looking down into Chinatown. Still got leaves on some of the trees, even with all the wind. Hey, Wayne McKay. Alright, so we're going to walk along College Street. Look at this neat little thing here.
Perfecto. Safe.
You don't see too many of those, right? Right, Carol? Yeah. The balloon is blowing towards the tower. Yeah, who knows, right? It could be anywhere by now. There's the TNT. One of them, anyway. Hey, John O'Meara, hello. I've never been inside of this TNT yet. I went inside the other one that opened recently on Edward Street. Is that right? Maybe I should check it out just for that reason then. It will make for an interesting video. The most badly designed supermarket in Toronto. Come and feel claustrophobic with me in this video. It's an Asian supermarket, Greg. Yeah, I remember the Portlands one, right? It was kind of just out there all on its own. Just a big box store kind of thing. Seemed so far away from everything, but yet it was always pretty busy. People would trek out there. Walking past Kensington Market, Augusta Avenue. There's a Sam's. There's a few of these around town. The one at Dundas and Sherbourne is possibly the scariest convenience store in all of Toronto. Maybe in all of Canada even. I've been there a number of times, but I tend to not go there. The only reason I ever go there is because they have Faygo, this brand of soda that you can't get in many places, right? They have all the flavors of Faygo there at Sam's. The Faygo root beer is pretty good, so that's the only reason I would ever go there. There's the one at Queen and Broadview. I never noticed if there was one there. I don't remember there being one there. But yeah, there's one on River, right by Regent Park. Hey Jan, hello. What am I, a juggalo? Yeah. I don't go there regularly, just every once in a blue moon if I want some Faygo. That store is frightening, the one at Dundas and Sherbourne. Both inside and outside. I'm not sure how they managed to stay in business for so long. I don't know. Yeah, it's something else, Lisa. It's something else. I went in there with my buddy after midnight one time. I think it was like a Friday after midnight. And we literally, once we were inside there, we were thinking, this is a huge mistake. And we were just like, okay, just get our stuff and get the hell out of here, and don't make eye contact with anyone. Don't look at anyone, don't say anything, grab our Fago or whatever, go pay and get the hell out of there. And we were still wondering if we'd make it out of there without some sort of grievous bodily injury. Right? We were like, okay, we just want some Fago, man. Like, just let us buy our stuff and go, please. Hey, Christina, hello. Hello, Megan, if I didn't already say hi. How you doing?
Fine, you want to see the question?
Hey, the wind calmed down a bit here. Yay. My new cable is working excellently, I must say. I haven't had to stop and fiddle around with it even once so far. Hey, Choppy, hello. And the thing about that Sam store is it's not only looks rough, I mean, things happen there, right? It's like stuff actually goes down there. Like stabbings, shootings, you know, like homicides, like have all happened right there. Of course, robberies galore and that sort of thing. Hey, here's Sneaky D's. Hey, Randy Ruck with a $10 super for a Barks refill. My second favorite brand of root beer. Thank you very much, Randy. Mug is number 1, Barks is number 2. But cheers, Randy Ruck. Sorry. Appreciate it, Randy. Thank you very kindly. Have I ever met Turk? I don't think I've met him. I don't think so. I think I have seen some of his videos, so I might recognize him, but I haven't met him as far as I know. Yeah, no hat. I do have my hoodie here under my jacket, so I can always put my hood up if I need to. Hey, Madano's here. Hello, Madano. know I probably missed some people popping into the chat and saying hello. My bad if that's the case. I probably just didn't see your chat. But hello back to anyone who might have said hi. And this thing has been here for months now. It's still here. It's actually a mobility scooter. It's just a really fancy little mobility scooter. Does a dude live in there? Holy moly. I just figured it was parked there for some reason or other. Some dude lives in there. Is that right? There's videos on YouTube. Oh. About the owner of Sam's. Okay, interesting. I mean, there's not much space inside that thing. I mean, a tent is way more spacious, right? Hello, Chowdhury. I've seen some of Reed on the Streets stuff. I watched some of his videos before. He really gets to know everyone in the area there around Dundas and Sherbourne. I walk through there regularly, but obviously I'm just passing through. If I'm recording, I just sort of walk and try not to get people's attention too much, right? Because sometimes they don't react very well to being recorded, but Reed knows them, so he goes around the area and he talks to all the people and they all know him, and most of them don't mind being on video once you talk to them. But he's doing a different type of video than I'm doing. I'm doing a walk, a neighborhood walk. He's doing more of a first person in the street interview type style, right, for his channel. And there's a few other people who do similar stuff to Reed on the street. There's a guy called Chris Must List. He's also done some videos like that. Walking through Little Italy.
They were like, they'll be in the fall of like.
Yeah, he was traveling all across Canada, Chris, that's right. Or first last. How long will the snow last? I don't know. I'm not even sure what we're going to get here in the city. I don't think we're going to be getting too much, to be honest, in Toronto, but we'll see. We might get a little bit of streamers, as they call them, blow through the city. Maybe some accumulation, but probably won't amount to much. Different story though up north. They're going to get hammered. Yeah, a dusting is more likely. This is pretty Toronto right here. Alright, so Little Italy. Got some calm winds right now. Blizzard conditions expected in Smooth Rock Falls. Yeah, I think winter gets underway a lot sooner up there, right? Cochrane, Smooth Rock Falls, Hearst. I'm quite familiar with that whole area since I have family in Cochrane, and I used to go there almost every year when I was a kid to visit my cousins who lived there. In the winter in Cochrane, it's normal for people to just ride their snowmobiles around the streets instead of their cars, right? Everyone just gets on their snowmobile to get around town. I mean, obviously not every people drive cars too, but yeah, you'll see tons of people zipping around Cochrane on their skidoos on the streets, right down the main street. I remember my cousin would take me for rides around town on his skidoo. It was always fun. In North Bay, where I grew up, you didn't see that. People rode snowmobiles in the area around town or out on the lake, like when Lake Nipissing froze or Trout Lake, the two big lakes on either side of North Bay. Yeah, people be riding their snowmobiles there, but you couldn't ride them on the streets in North Bay. That was not allowed. North Bay was a bigger town and a busier place with lots more traffic, regular traffic, so it just wouldn't fly there, right? But in Cochrane, you could do that. Random shoes, and what's going on in there? Is that the ghost of Christmas past sitting inside this car here? is up with that? Hey, bungee skunk. Smells really good here too. So many good restaurants along here. So we're walking through Little Italy. I think I'll keep walking along College maybe until Ossington, and then maybe we'll head south down Ossington and check out what's going on along there. Hey, Robin Man, hello. Straight from the oven. So it's not too cold to have the fruit out on display. Do they do that all winter long with these fruit stands? Do they keep the fruit outside like that during the winter too? I don't know. Maybe they do. Maybe it all depends on how cold it is. You're thinking that? Yeah. I'm sure I have on various videos tons of examples. I just can't bring it up to mind right now whether or not that's a thing. Who eats fruit? I think Kramer from Seinfeld really likes fruit, if I remember correctly. The Mackinac peaches are in. And I think he was fond of plantains as well. Mr. Souls Key Cutting and Leather Repair. Look at this little... Go ahead. Sorry. Look at this little shop here. Just a tiny little shop here on the corner. Kind of cute, right? Looks cozy. Hey, Toronto's What Music Guy. Oh, got a show at the Mod Club. Got a huge lineup. Look at this lineup. It should be a coffee and muffin shop. The crowd looks to be 30-somethings, if I were to estimate their age. Maybe late 20s to late 30s. I don't know. It's hard to tell really from here. They're not really young though, right? They're not like 20-year-olds or even 25-year-olds, I don't think. Yeah, millennials, I guess, is the term. But not necessarily elder millennials, though. More like middle millennials. That's hard to say. That's the mod club over there. You're an elder millennial? My ex-girlfriend Megan was sort of like a middle millennial, I guess you could say. Born in 1989. That's sort of like a middle millennial. That's fun to say. Who parties on a Tuesday? I don't know, but maybe we should ask them who parties on a Wednesday, I think, considering it's actually Wednesday tonight. But honestly, I think it doesn't really matter what night of the week it is. There's always something going on. You're a pre-millennial. That's right, Vivian. You saw a guy in shorts. Well, I saw a guy in shorts just like about, I don't know, like 20 minutes ago or something, when I was standing in the middle of that gale force wind. A guy in shorts walked past. Yeah, Eddie Murphy parties all the time. He doesn't care what day of the week it is. Actually, his girl parties all the time, right? Not necessarily him. She likes to party all the time. It's hard to believe Eddie Murphy tried to become a pop star. I think his ego was just getting out of hand, you know, when he was blowing up as a movie star. He was like, hey, I can be a singer too. I can do it all. And I guess he was sort of successful, at least for that song. I think it was pretty decently popular, wasn't it? Hey, we're at Ossington already. Yeah, I mean, he could carry a tune. I mean, it wasn't that hard to sing the stuff that he was singing, right? He wasn't trying to do like Michael Jackson style songs or anything. Hey, Stephen Edwards. The streets look lonely tonight. Not downtown. It was super busy downtown earlier. But we're way in the West End, Ossington, right now. This tree still has lots of leaves. That's a nice shade, you know. Very golden-like. Big leaves, too. Hey, Bill Vick. Howdy, howdy. Alright, we're walking down Ossington, so it's a bit, you know, uninteresting, I guess, until we get down to Dundas, but then it'll get interesting again. Hey, just Smitty, hello. Famous Master, welcome. The moon looks pretty spooky. Rub one out, Rosie. I think we'll get a good view of the CN Tower from here in a minute. There it is. Silvana Estrada is playing tonight, a Mexican musician. Okay. Thank you, Bill. I think the Weeknd sort of started becoming big right around the time when he was playing shows at the Mod Club. That's when he was starting to break, I think, back in like 2012 or thereabouts. So I remember a girl I was dating at that time went to go see him play a show there at the Mod Club. And now he's playing sold out back-to-back shows at the Sky Dome, and you know, well, it's not news or anything, but how times have changed. Hey, crikey, it's going all right. And I was, whenever the Weeknd, I guess I brought him up, but whenever I do bring up the Weeknd, I always have to tell the story about the time I took a picture of one of his big ads at Dundas Square for his album that was coming out, and there was like a big ad, you know, on the big billboards at Dundas Square for his new album, and I took a picture looking down the alleyway, O'Keefe Lane as they call it. I was in O'Keefe Lane, took a picture looking down through the alleyway towards Yonge and Dundas where you could see all the big billboards, and his album ad was right there in the photo. It was a cool photo, so I uploaded it to my Instagram, and then I hashtagged the Weeknd, and then I guess he saw it because he basically took my photo and put it on his Instagram, but then he didn't like credit me, right? He just liked my picture, so he's like, I like that. He just, you know, copied it or whatever, screenshotted it, whatever, put it on his Instagram, and then it got like 50,000 likes or something like that. And then my original photo on my Instagram had about like 10 likes, of course, you know. that was just how it goes, you know. And it's still there. My photo is still there way back near the beginning of my Instagram. It's still there. I don't think my picture is on his Instagram anymore, though. I think he eventually took it down, or whoever runs his Instagram took it down. I don't know. But I do have a screenshot of my picture on his Instagram with like 50,000 likes. Just so I have proof. It's like, yep, that's it. And it was actually the girl I was dating who went to see him who showed me that. She was the one who was looking at his Instagram and said, "Whoa, did you see this? Your picture is on his Instagram." And I was like, "What?" Sounds like I have a cold. No, I don't have a cold. It's just when it's chilly and windy out, it's just sort of affects, you know, your speaking manner a little bit. Lots of sniffing and all that. My nose runs and all that, of course. I always have to sniff. Alright, we're at Dundas. Hey, Undead, hello. Yeah, I heard about that. A high-rise fire in Hong Kong. RIP to all the people who lost their lives there. Brings to mind that high-rise fire that happened in London some years back.
It's just the idea that, like, my body at the end.
Hey, Mark Allen Holmes, hello. Alright, we got a giant Santa here. He must have escaped from Crinklewood. He's on the run. It's like, no one will notice me here on Ossington. Can I feel my face? I can for now, not if it gets much colder though. There's a record store. Not tonight, dear. They're closed. Rotate this. They used to be on Queen Street. I remember I came to buy tickets for a Sloan show when they were on Queen Street. Yeah, I'm familiar with that Weeknd song, yeah. I actually used that song title as one of my video titles when I was doing a freezing cold walk one time. Because I couldn't feel my face then, so I was like, yeah, that's the title of this video. We're heading down Ossington. Here's a cookie place. Andrea's Cookies. Or is it Andrea? Sometimes they're Andreas, sometimes they're Andreas. Like Andrea Zuckerman. Not Andrea Brandon, it's Andrea.
तो मेरे को नहीं रहना
Got a lot of neat places here. Act beautifully. Sam James Coffee Bar. Looks cozy in there too. Usually there's tons of copyright music if you walk through here in the warmer time of year, but it's kind of peaceful tonight. You can actually take it in a bit more. I don't have to rush through as I usually do in the summer when it's all the patios, all kinds of music blasting. That just says retail. Look at this staircase here. It has a little guy there to keep the pigeons away. They don't want pigeons to come and leave little presents. My winter boots. No, I'm just wearing my Vessi shoes. I didn't even wear any winter boots at all last winter. I just wore these shoes. And I'll probably do that again this year. As long as I have some warm socks, my feet are perfectly warm with these shoes on. Alright, later Sarah. Thank you for checking out the stream tonight. Maybe I'll see you in the next one. Or in my video tomorrow night. Hey, Ken Land, hello. This is Ossington Avenue. We're on the strip, the Ossington Strip. Yeah, we're just talking about that, Ken Land, just right before you came into the chat. The lunch lady. An ad for a Swatch. That's a ring? Okay. If you see this ring. The lunch lady is packed. Holy moly. Let's do a quick look there. It was all women in there. I don't even think I saw a dude. There might have been some dude, but it was mostly women from what I could see. Yeah, it must be good. Hello, Marla. And Toronto Walker, hello.
She's running.
Yeah, I think everyone will be heading to check out the the Finch West LRT when it opens. Hopefully it actually does open on that day. Hopefully, just as I see this, hope is tax-free. Wait, what's up?
Just trying to be in your video.
You're in it, man. Yeah. You want to be in it more? Yeah.
What's it for?
It's a live stream of Toronto on YouTube.
Just you walking?
Yeah,
A
just
walking
me
tour?
walking. Yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
What's your channel? I like watching walking tours.
Do you? It's the Ken Continuum.
Maybe I'll type it up.
Yeah, check it out. You should get a good crowd
Ken.
watching. Ken, and then space, and then CONTINUUM.
Cool, I'll check you out.
Right on. Thanks, man. Have a good night.
Yeah, you too.
Cheers. What's for dinner? I don't know yet.
You have that.
Seemed like a chill dude, you know? He kind of reminded me of me. He just had that, like, laid back kind of manner to him. Hey, Lorraine McLean, hello. It's like, that guy reminded me of me. I'd like to hang out with him. I'd like to hang out with myself, I guess. I don't know. This is kind of a neat building right here. A big black top there. Kind of weird. Hey, Petulia Clark is in the house right now. And you always have to show the Jimmy mural here. Jimmy's Coffee. I've shown this, I don't know, like 20 times probably over the course of my channel, but I just dig it, you know? Jimi Hendrix is the biggest Jimmy here. Is that Jim Lovell? Oh, Jim Irwin, okay. Wasn't there an astronaut named Lovell? Was his name Jim? I don't know. Maybe not. Jim Henson. James Dean, he counts as a Jimmy, I guess. Jimmy Carter, and we all know who that guy is, right? So there was a Jim Lovell? Okay, I thought so. Hi, ho, Kermit the Frog here. My best guy friend is a Jimmy, although people just call him Jim. Here's Sweaty Betty's. He was one of the moonwalkers, okay. It must have been after the first moon mission, I guess. A lot of people don't realize the USA went to the moon like something like 6 or 7 times, right? Some people think it was only the one time, and they go, why didn't they ever go back to the moon? Well, they did. They did go back a bunch of times. All right, we're on Queen Street now. Yeah, I know, Alex, and those people are dumb. Sorry if there's any moon landing conspiracy people in the chat, but it's just I won't get into it. I'll start ranting about it if I start talking about it, so Petula. Did I say Petulia? Okay. My bad, whatever. Close enough. Petula Clark. That sounds weird to say it that way. I guess I was used to saying it the other way. Petula. I'll have to train myself to say it that way. The burger shop. Hey, Dan Harmson, hello. Yes, that was Jimmy Page back there. I figured most people knew who that one was. I didn't have to say his name, right? Hey, Martin James Kelly, hello. hit 400 viewers. I think we did earlier, but then it dipped down again, but now it's back. Family Mart. I used to come here. I used to live around these parts very briefly when I first moved to Toronto. So that was the store I would go to. Hey, welcome 420-ish viewers. Check out the sky right there. We're walking on Queen Street right now. We're heading east. This is the West Queen West neighborhood. But if you're a first-time viewer, welcome to the channel. Make sure you hit the subscribe so you can check out future streams. Hit the notification bell also if you do subscribe. I stream at least 3 times a week. It'd be sweet if you came and said hi in the chat if you are new. Hey, Heron Song, hello. My day was alright, Jillian. Pretty typical day, I guess you could say. Hey, Dennis Leonard, hello.
So yeah, this doesn't make any sense.
Well, hope you get to the World Cup, Dennis. Or your team, anyway. Family Mart is a popular chain in Taiwan. Okay, that's cool. Here's Trinity Bellwoods. Hey, Grandrew and BG6. Trying to beat the crappy weather. Although if it does amount to anything snow-wise, I'll most likely be back out in it, right? I won't be avoiding it. I'll be out recording in it. Or streaming. Probably not much going on in the park tonight. I don't see anyone, actually. Hey, Lee John. Toronto might get 20 to 25 centimeters, or areas north of Toronto. I find it unlikely that Toronto will get that much snow. Areas north of the city, though, yeah. Unless something changed since the last time I looked at the forecast, which is possible, right? The weather is unpredictable. This is so nice with this new cable. Haven't had to stop once to unplug it and plug it back in and all that nonsense. My other cable was just worn right out from my power bank. Hey, cheers, Dennis. Yeah, Toronto's a great city, no matter what all the naysayers say, of which there are many. Many, many, many. A lot of them come to watch these streams specifically just to shit on Toronto from some far off place. Usually somewhere else in Canada. Most people outside of Canada have good things to say about Toronto, but people who live in Canada like to shit on it. Hey, E. Blake from Brooklyn, how you doing? So dark matter isn't just a theory anymore. It's a reality now. What about string theory? Is that still just a theory? Is Sheldon Cooper about to be excited, or I don't know. Shawarma West. Is there a Shawarma East? I think I've made that lame joke before. Hey, that Canadian girl. Hello, hello. You love T.O.? That's what I like to hear. Someone from another part of Canada who has nice things to say about Toronto. That's always good. Welcome to the channel. I don't always say only nice things about Toronto by any means though, right? I just tell it like it is, or I try to. I just show the city for what it really is. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. But overall, Toronto's a great city to live in. In my opinion, anyway. The good outweighs the bad. And the bad isn't nearly as bad as the bad in some other places. Although it's not terribly lively at the moment, it is a chilly, windy night right now. It's getting a bit later in the evening. But earlier when I was starting the stream, it was super busy when we were walking through downtown. There was people everywhere. Of course, rush hour was still sort of underway, but I think it's quieted down. The wind is pushing me along right now. It's at my back. There's the big boot. The Australian Boot Company. Thanks, Sal. Glad you're enjoying. Yeah, I'm enjoying, even with the weather, the cold wind and all that. It's still kind of an enjoyable walk tonight. Coal kid. I remember I used to come here with my sister when she would be shopping for toys for her nephews when they were still little. Now they're big, so she's not coming here anymore. My older nephew Eli is a budding scientist, and the younger one, Max, is a budding soccer star. Sometimes they pop into the chat and say hi, but they're usually doing other things rather than watch their uncle live stream around. There's north of Brooklyn. What is this restaurant? Is this called N? N. N. Oh yeah, my nephew Max is very excited about the World Cup. They have seasons tickets to all the Toronto FC games, so they go to every game. And he got invited to an exclusive soccer camp in Madrid, in Spain. Last year he was invited, so they went over there for 10 days. And then he got invited again for this coming season also. They'll be going back again for another 10 days back to Madrid in the spring sometime. What is this place? Oh, it's a barber shop. Okay. Sort of like a hipstery kind of barber shop, I think. Walking along Queen Street West. Maybe once I get to Bathurst, which is right here, maybe I'll start heading south. Got like a bunch of chairs all tied up together here. Is this art? Maybe it's art. The 501 Queen. Hey, cheers Vivian. Yes, thank you very much. Do all the things, hit all the buttons, subscribe, like, share, yada yada, notification bell. Come and say hi in the chat if you want. No pressure. Whoa. All of a sudden it's windy again. As soon as I change direction. Hey, Eli Unger, hello. The color purple, not yet. Not so far. Just two dreamers living life. Hello, hello. Hello, Dulvid. Alright, let's go down. Maybe I'll go down to the Bathurst Bridge. We'll check out some views, maybe catch some trains. Not catch as in hop on them, but catch them going by. These old row houses here had a fire and they're still all boarded up. This is Bathurst Street. I don't know what you would necessarily call this area. I mean, I don't know. Like King West is right up ahead. We continue south. King West is the nightlife area. We're just sort of on the western edge of downtown. Skyscrapers looking that way. super windy here now, all of a sudden. Hey, joie de vivre, hello. That's a cool polar bear, right? He's like me, he always wears his shades. I'm not wearing them right now though. I like how when Johnny was making all those AIs of him and me, no matter what the situation was, I always had my shades on. Even if it was like dark, even if we were underwater, it didn't matter. I always have my shades on. He made some more yesterday. Action Kid messaged me and showed me some that Johnny made with him in the mix, so it was all three of us together. Johnny and Action Kid and me were having a three-way brawl. And then I said, well, we have to add Walking Man Dude. I don't know if any of you remember Walking Man Dude, but so then Johnny added in Walking Man Dude, so it was like a four-way brawl with all of us. Yeah, I'm pretty close though, Christina. Only about 200 subs away, I think, from 30K. Maybe just a bit over 200. I guess it's just up to the imagination to say who won that brawl. My bet is on the Walking Man Dude. Yeah, if I ever go swimming, I'll see if I can go underwater with my shades on. We'll see if I can do that. Hey, Rebecca, welcome to the stream. Right, we crossed King. We're going down Bathurst. $30,000 before Christmas. Yeah, I think I will have 30,000 by then. Or if not, then definitely by New Year's Eve. Wellington. By 2030. I wish 2030 is not too far off. I'll unleash the army. Hey, Derek Chow. Are you heading out? Have a good night if so. Nasty. It's nasty out here, people. The stacked market is looking festive. I might do a walk through there also sometime in December. They kind of go all out with the Christmas cheer. Although there's so much copyright music all the time. That's the only drawback of trying to do these videos. All the music. Getting pushed along really good right now. Wham! Wham bam! Check that out. Get copyright. Yeah, I got a copyright claim from the Santa Claus parade stream. Only one though. It was a Meghan Trainor song. It was right at the exact same time when my gimbal blew over. So I was busy trying to put my phone back on my gimbal, so I was caught up in that task. And the float with the Meghan Trainor song was paused right in front of me while I was trying to put my phone back on the gimbal, so I couldn't pay any mind to the song. So the timing was just perfect for me to get a copyright claim thanks to that. It's like, of course, right? That's when that song has to be in front of me right when I'm dealing with something like that. Meghan Trainor, or I said Trainor, and then a train went by. 2 trains. So once I got home, I used the editing tool in YouTube Studio, and I was able to remove her song from my stream. And then once you do that, it disables the live chat replay, so no more live chat replay for that stream. The stream is still watchable though, rewatchable, but just without the chat. Because when you alter it like that, for some reason it disables the stream replay. I wish that wasn't the case, but it is. So if you look at some of my streams and you notice that the live chat replay is not available, that means I probably had to edit that stream because of copyright music. Or some other reason. Here's another train. Let's watch another train before we leave the area. The GO train. It doesn't feel like I'm walking on water. Feels like I'm walking on Mars. Although the wind on Mars isn't very strong. The atmosphere is much too thin to have strong winds on Mars, even though you might see in some movies with crazy windstorms and that sort of thing. It's not really scientifically accurate. But it's cold. It's cold on Mars, so that's why it feels like Mars. Yes, I should stay inside, right, SG? But I'm out here. That's a pretty big wind gust, but I guess that was a very exceptional circumstance. Normally, it's not that windy on Mars. Well, maybe in the movies they were using that as an example. Fort York Boulevard. Hey, Hannah, hello.
I'm gonna be in the lobby.
Walking through City Place. Still got 83% battery on my phone. Haven't had to touch my power bank once for the entire stream. Hey, let's walk through this thing. Happy holidays. City Place, Fort York. That's kind of trippy. Kind of a neater effect than some of the other ones I've seen, which are a bit underwhelming to walk through. This one actually does have a bit of a trippy sort of element to it, you know? Kind of like we're at the end of the movie 2001: A Space Odyssey. It's like, whoa! Psychedelic, man. How far to my area? Maybe about another 40 minutes or so. 40-minute walk maybe to get back right to where I live. I'm not heading right to home, but I'll be heading close to home before I end the stream. Got lots of leaves on this tree. This one has none. No leaves and lots of leaves. Whew. Do I live in the snow belt? I think I live in the part of Toronto that has the least amount of snow, actually. Once you go north of Eglinton, that's sort of like the snow belt of Toronto, especially north of the 401. These are huge leaves. Still looks very autumny here. Well, Well, we still are in autumn, so. Autumny, yeah. That's my word. Just wondering if I should cross or not. Let me cross. This guy doesn't want to wait for me. Okay. You're in a very, very big rush, I know, to make that U-turn. Very big rush. Oh no, I walked straight to Muzak. Oh no. But I wanted to cross the street because you can't see the tower from the other side. Oh hey, it's Billy Joel, My Life. That's one of my favorite songs. Was it closed, Delvid? Was that closed for a while? Now they're playing some Billy Joel. Got a call from an old friend, we used to be real close. Said he couldn't go on the American way. Closed the shop, sold the house, bought a ticket to the West Coast. Those days in the stand-up routine in LA. At Spadina, Lower Spadina, actually. Wide street here, very wide. Got the streetcar tracks running along their own dedicated right of way. My Elmer Fudd singing voice. Hey, Bob from Wick. Hello. We'll try to write a song. Yeah. I've written a few songs, although nothing much ever came of any of them, but yeah. Hours and 20 minutes. Yep. Gonna keep it going for a while longer. It's the Sky Dome. I don't think there's anything going on in there right now. Just a little while ago, actually, I was having a dream about a song that I was singing, or I was trying to write in the dream. And then when I woke up, it was still fresh in my mind, and I thought it sounded good in the dream. So when I woke up, I grabbed my phone and opened the notes app, and I wrote down the lyrics to the song that were from my dream to see if they were actually good or if it was just a bunch of dream nonsense, you know. Because when you look at them later, it's like, sounded good in my dream, but now that I look at it, it's complete nonsense. I don't know what the dream was even about. I don't know. All I know is there was a song involved. It wasn't awesome, no. It wasn't awesome. It's still on my phone, the lyrics that I wrote, but I haven't really come back to it. I tried to like fine-tune it and change things here and there, but I just sort of was like, meh, I don't think this is good. But that's how like Paul McCartney wrote the song Yesterday. He was dreaming the song, and then he woke up and he had the tune in his head. He didn't have the lyrics right away, but he had the tune. And then he added some throwaway lyrics or temporary lyrics. And it was initially called Scrambled Eggs. It wasn't called Yesterday, it was called Scrambled Eggs. And then later on, of course, he changed it. Maybe he had scrambled eggs for breakfast when he woke up. I don't know. This is the Southcore skyline here. We've got some of the financial districts over there. Yeah, the Blue Jays did real good, right? Can't just write them off. I mean, they made it all the way to the World Series, right? They were better than every team except one this year. In the end, anyway. This is Bremner Boulevard now. There's the Dome. The tower. We're here. We're here at the tower. We made it to the tower. We don't need to get to it now. We are here. Aquarium. Got some neat colors on the aquarium right now. Oh, nice. Some snowy effects. I have been to the aquarium a couple of times, yeah. I've never done a video in there though, or a stream. I have at the tower though. I've done both a stream and a video, a pre-recorded video. Do I fish? No, I used to when I was a kid. I was pretty into fishing until I was about, I don't know, about 11 or 12. And I just lost interest. I never ate the fish or anything. I would always just throw them back. But sometimes they wouldn't survive, sadly, so I just kind of stopped doing that. Yeah, it's getting chilly. Hey, bestest times reborn. Hello, hello. Hey, Davy Bear. Geez, the cold wind has sapped the battery from my gimbal. That sucks. It's already in the red here. Normally it lasts like over 4 hours or so before the battery dies. But when it's windy and cold, not so long. I might have to plug my power bank into the gimbal instead of into my phone. I'm not wearing my heated gloves though, I'm just wearing my regular gloves. Let me try something here. Well, there's music here. Maybe I'll just go into Union Station. I'll go into Union Station up ahead. I'll let my gadgets warm up for a minute. Maybe I'll unplug my phone and plug my gimbal into the power bank. Because my phone is still at 75%, so it should have enough power to get me through, you know, the rest of my walk before it dies. I think it's more important now to have the gimbal working. Because if it dies, everything's going to be all wonky looking. Love stuff. Toronto looks shiny. Yeah, it is pretty shiny in places. This area, especially the Southcore, everything is new here, so it's pretty shiny down in this part of town.
I mean, I'm less near less than 15-20 minutes. Yeah, there's
Stranger Things. Yeah, I'll probably watch the new season. I mean, I watched every other season, so maybe tonight, actually, I'll check that out. Also, the Beatles anthology is being released on Disney Plus. The big documentary series that came out like 30 years ago. That's being put on Disney Plus. Yeah, Stranger Things is on Netflix. Scotiabank Arena. There's the Sky Tower. I have a video coming out tomorrow about the Sky Tower and also about One Bloor West. They're both super talls, so this one just overtook One Bloor West recently in height. And it also hit 100 stories. I think they're working on the 101st story now, maybe. Canada's first 100-story building, not counting the CN Tower. Like, regular building, right? So I did a nice long walk up Yonge Street, 3-kilometer walk up Yonge Street between the two super talls. Here's Maple Leaf Square, or Jurassic Park as it's sometimes called. And there's the tower in reflection mode. Yeah, the upper observation deck, the Sky Pod observation deck is 147 stories. But if you go to the very tip top of the tower, it's way more than that. But I guess they don't count that in terms of floors or stories. Hey, how's it going? Thanks. Right, this is the Scotiabank Arena. Feels nice to be out of the wind and the cold. Alright, so welcome to Union Station. Got Muzak in here. Ay, caramba. But why? We don't want no Muzak. Ms. Non, or whatever you are. This is the foodie hall here, I think they call this. Got a Shake Shack over here. Looks like a bunch of these places are closed though. I guess it is getting late. I guess it's getting late. A lot of places stay open late though, I think. Oops. Alright, Vivian, no worries, Vivian. By all means, you take care of yourself. Get some good rest. Should be all rested up for tomorrow or next time. Thank you very kindly, Vivian. Is there any place around here that doesn't have music playing? Like, oh my god. Every place. You think you're safe, but then you realize there's music. I mean, obviously I'm a huge lover and appreciator of music, but sometimes it's nice to just be somewhere where there's not music blasting all the time, right? I listen to music because I want to listen to it. I don't like it as background noise so much. And I think that's how it is most of the time these days. It's just background noise. I don't listen to background noise. I listen to music intentionally when I actually want to pay attention to it. I don't know, Daniel, quite a bit. I mean, I don't listen to them every day or anything, but enough. There's usually some Beatles song popping into my head at one time or another during any day, any given day. No music here. The Great Hall. Do I think about them 8 days a week? Ha 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 ha. I'm just going to let my gimbal charge a little bit here. Yeah, I like a lot of the grunge music from that time, yeah. Pretty much all of it, really. KK, how you doing? I'll just say KK so I don't mess up the pronunciation of the rest of your name. We're inside Union Station, the Great Hall. What time is it? 9:19. Okay. I'll just let my gimbal charge until the little red indicator goes back to green again. Can we go in the skywalk? I'd have to go back in the other direction though. Back the way we came. Maybe I'll save the skywalk for another time. I don't want to go backwards. How cold is it? It's pretty chilly right now. It was pretty mild earlier today, like around 11 Celsius, so quite mild, but it's probably close to zero now, like 0 Celsius, I bet. Maybe like 1 or 2 or something. Is it 4? Feels colder, yeah. I think security doesn't let people sit here all night. I guess you can sit here for a while. you know, if you're not causing any problems or whatever. But I think once it gets later at night, security will come around. Check out the Royal York. Yeah, I've done that before. It is really nice in there. I was saying earlier that once December is here, I'll be checking out a lot of the Christmas decor around downtown. Places that are all done up with the trees and the other decorations. I just don't want to do it now. It seems a bit too early. So I'll wait until December to get that, you know, holiday feeling. It's 3? Feels like -3? Okay, that sounds about right. Just charging up my gimbal, if you're wondering why we're sitting here. My gimbal was dying. The cold wind has sapped its life. The battery does not do well when the wind is cold. Yeah, my new cable works really good. It's really long though. I have to sort of bunch it up.
Yeah.
If the gimbal dies, the stream is kind of unwatchable. You know, just be bopping and waving and doing all kinds of things. It looked like a Walking Man dude video. Yeah, I bought a new cable, Gertish. Are you the Ken Continuum? People tell me that you and me look the same. You think we look the same? It's my doppelganger. You never know who you'll run into in Union Station. Maybe your exact double. I don't see a resemblance. Sorry, dude. I don't see any resemblance. This power bank doesn't have very much power, unfortunately. It's taking a long time for it to put some juice back in my gimbal here. I might have to just hope for the best. But I did give my phone time to warm up a bit, which is good.
It should have signs. Wait, we did.
Just hold it real steady. Yeah, well, hopefully we won't have to worry about that. All right, I'll take us through this part to head outside. Interesting. Also interesting. What is this music? Hey, Scott Lala, hello. You were the one who said hold it steady, okay. All right, we're heading back out into the cold. Got all kinds of music coming from every direction here. This is like a mini Great Hall here. Got some good echo. Good echo in here. You're from North Bay, Scott? There's another streamer here in Toronto who also grew up in North Bay. Maddie. okay, Scott. Well, I probably know you to see you. I'm just trying to remember all the Scots I knew from North Bay. Yeah, Maddie with the mustache. That's right.
Show me the video! Show me the video!
What's going on here?
Show me the fucking video!
So you walk in, a little hole.
Yo, you're walking to me like you're something. You're something. I'm not, man. Because you are.
I'm not sure what that nonsense is about. He wanted to show him the video. It's like, well, you're on my video. I don't know what he was talking about, though.
Genuinely.
Doesn't look like it amounted to much, just a bunch of yelling, basically. People don't really want to fight most of the time if they can avoid it, right? Maybe lots of yelling, maybe a little bit of shoving or something, but usually it doesn't escalate beyond that most of the time, unless alcohol is involved, which might have been the case. Because, you know, getting punched is no fun. Hello. How you doing, man?
How you doing?
Good, how are you? So you're out and about, are you?
Yeah. I'm doing my Walking Wednesday.
Walking Wednesday, is that a regular thing?
It was.
Yeah.
I've been doing it since 2 months ago. So
Oh, okay.
I started back again.
Sweet,
Yeah.
sweet.
Yeah,
So-
I was watching it live earlier today.
Yeah, I saw you in the chat there, yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
How's everything?
Good, this is Toronto Walker.
There's Ken Continuum right over there. Yeah.
Yeah, everything's good.
I was walking from Young, so I'm going to Union Station now.
Okay, I was just there. I was just inside there, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm probably heading home. I was kind of making my way in that direction anyway. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
3 hours, I think I've streamed for long enough, so.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah. Kind of a chilly night.
Yeah. I thought it was going to snow today because I'm wearing my
Oh, yeah.
kind of snow boots, kind of. Yeah. So anything, got to prepare.
Well, I think we're getting some snow maybe on Friday, I heard. Maybe.
Oh, is it Friday?
Maybe a little. I don't know. Yeah.
All right, Ken.
Well, it's good seeing you, man.
See you
All right.
later on.
Okay, later.
All right.
Toronto Walker. Till next time.
Take care.
Cheers. Hey, I'm on Yonge Street. I said I wasn't going to go on Yonge Street, but I guess I am on Yonge Street. So I'm going to get off of Yonge Street because I didn't really intend to stream along here tonight. Because my video tomorrow is a long walk up Yonge Street. 3 kilometers or 2 miles walking up Yonge. let's go over to Church Street. Or Victoria. I could take either one going north. But if you do want to see more of Yonge Street, you can check out my video tomorrow. I'll be premiering it. It's kind of a long video. It's almost an hour long, so I'll probably premiere it at 7 p.m. tomorrow. Walk all of Yonge Street. Yeah, well, T-Shots did it. I might someday. I have done it before, but not when I was recording. It was before YouTube. How many kilometers or steps today? I'm guessing probably close to 20,000 by now. 3 hours of streaming is probably close to 20k steps or thereabouts. Once I get home, I can check the app, see what my step count was. Victoria. Let's walk up Victoria Street. It's a bit nicer than Church, I think. Nicer looking, sort of, depending on what part you're on. This part is nice. This is actually Scott Street, but it becomes Victoria Street. King Edward Hotel. Colburn Street. Yeah, that guy was in a t-shirt. I saw another guy in shorts. A couple guys in shorts, actually. And they weren't even jogging. Sometimes you see shorts wearing people when they're jogging in cold weather, but he was just walking along normally. I have walked that far before. I've walked further than that. I walked up Yonge Street from downtown here all the way to Newmarket before. Of course, it branches off a bit, you know, and becomes Highway 11, but I walked up that part up to Newmarket. It's still called Yonge Street when it goes right through Newmarket. King Street. But why? Because it was there. I don't know. I was trying to get home. I was trying to walk home to North Bay from Toronto. I made it to Newmarket and then I started hitchhiking. Well, my plan was to hitchhike, but I had to walk to Newmarket before I was able to start getting rides and stuff like that. Going up Victoria Street. Three hours of walking around in cold wind. It's going to be nice to get home. Have you ever taken an airliner anywhere? Yeah, of course, I've traveled. I have a video actually from an airliner when I was flying over the Rocky Mountains a few years ago. That's on my channel. Also, I've flown overseas. Not on the channel though. What was the region? I hitchhiked because I had no other way to get to North Bay from Toronto. That was the only way I could do it at that time. I'm not going for the record tonight, Kurt. To Spain? No, I've never been to Spain. I went to England. I went to Belgium. I went to the Netherlands. I went to Germany, and I went to France. And I think that's it. Heading up Victoria Street. It's a nice old building here. Yeah, there are a lot of YouTubers who have questionable channels that say questionable things. Alright, crikey. Enjoy, and until next time. getting some buffering. Oh yeah, I do see the signal has dipped a bit here. Actually, no, this is Richmond and Victoria. What am I talking about? It's not Queen. Queen is the next one. And I always wonder if this place is getting away with using the Friends font here. That's totally from the show, right? Friends Convenience. But that's totally the show's special logo or font that they use. There are a lot of YouTube channels that basically like to paint Toronto or Canada as basically a failed society, you know, that sort of thing, where they talk about lots of political stuff, obviously, to make it sound like everyone here is suffering and everyone is miserable and it's just going to complete hell. There's no shortage of channels that like to paint that picture. The truth is not nearly as bad as they make it out to be. They're just catering to a certain type of audience that likes that sort of content, or they just want to be fed that sort of negativity. Leanne Kolcheski, hello, hello. It's just echo chambers, you know? The deeper you fall into an echo chamber, the more likely you are to become delusional, I would say. Doesn't matter if it's on the left or on the right. Yeah, it's cold. The wind is feeling more and more bitter by the minute here. I probably look like Kenny the red-nosed streamer right now. I have a very shiny nose. You can get a good latte. Alright, we just turned on to Shooter Street. You said it, David. Hey, Leanne Kolcheski, $10 super sticker. Thank you very, very kindly. That warms my frozen nose a bit and my heart as well. Thank you very kindly, Leanne. Cheers, Leanne. Much appreciated. My nose isn't too red, I guess. Yeah, lots of places like to shit on Toronto. It's like a pastime, I find. Hey, Robert Sprite, hello. Muffin the Mule. You're going to bed. Okay, have a good night, Muffin the Mule. I'm pretty close to home. Yeah, I think tourism was up in a lot of ways this year. Thanks to American visitors. Kind of a uptick in American visitors this year. You can guess why, right? Yeah, I think your guess is probably correct. And I think now that Canada is making it easier for people to immigrate here, there's also been a surge in Americans looking to immigrate to Canada also. And there's probably also some reasons you can guess for that as well. But, you know, I'm sure lots of Americans are happy to stay put, and that's perfectly fine. As long as you like where you live, that's all that matters. Even with everything that's going on in the US, there are a few places there I wouldn't mind living in. New York City, obviously, is one of them. I could see myself living there. Leanne loves Toronto. Have I ever been up north? Not way up north. I've been in northern Ontario, and I've been in Edmonton, which is pretty far north, right? I've never been like north of 60 though. Like way up there. But I grew up in northern Ontario, if that counts. I've been through the Soo a couple times, Tiana. I've never really spent time there, though. But I have been there, passed through a couple of times. I'm on a roll. Yeah, this is turning out to be a long stream. Because I was looking at my phone plan from last month, and even with all my streams, I still had like about 25% of my data plan left over that I didn't even use, right? Even with the extra streams I've been doing. So I figure I can do longer streams and I'm probably still okay. Or I could add an extra stream also during the week, and I shouldn't go over my data plan. I have like 100 gigs of high-speed data. Before I added the extra stream, I was only using up about half of that every month, so might as well use as much as I can since I'm paying for it. Well, this stream, since it's over 3 hours, 3.5 hours, probably take up about 7 gigs, I would say, maybe a bit more. When I stream a 2.5 hour stream, which is more typical, that might take up about 5 gigs. Hey, Pianola Enterprises, welcome back. Where would you recommend living? Somewhere in the old walkable part of the city, definitely, where you have good access to transit and shops and whatnot on a nice retail street nearby. Anywhere within that old walkable part of Toronto. Old Toronto, or even East York or York. Any pre-war neighborhood, I think, is a good place to live in the city, right? And there's a lot of neighborhoods like that. Well, if you're going to TMU, you should probably live somewhere close to campus, so somewhere right here. We're basically on the campus right now. It's right there. That's Mutual Street. We're just on it. The Imperial Pub is all boarded up now. It's back in the other direction. I did walk past it a couple streams ago. It's all boarded up. Sadly, awaiting demolition. Yeah, almost 10 p.m. I'm at Dundas and Jarvis. I think I'll start to wrap it up here, actually. I'm almost home. Bring us to the 3.5 hour mark. So thanks everyone for joining me tonight as I wandered around on a cold and windy Wednesday evening. It's getting colder and windier by the moment here, but it was an enjoyable walk. Nevertheless, I hope you all had a great time watching as I wandered around for 3.5 hours. We covered a lot of ground. And yeah, cheers to everyone. Thank you to the mods as well. And thank you to those who sent support. Randy Ruck and Leanne Kolcheski, cheers to the super chats. Very, very much appreciated once again. And I'll be streaming next, I think on Friday, weather permitting. So hope to see you there for that stream. And tomorrow, as I mentioned, I'll be premiering a pre-recorded video around 7 p.m. tomorrow. There'll be a live chat during the premiere, so I'll be in the chat. Hope to see you there as well. I don't know what was going on right behind me. And thank you to all the channel members as well. So have a great night, everyone. And like, share, subscribe if you haven't already done so. You know the drill. Do all the things, hit all the buttons, as I like to say. Until next time, I will continue. Alright, have a good night, everyone. I'll see you all next time. Stay warm. Got some cold weather on the way. And yeah, I guess that's about it. Wrapping up here at Dundas and Jarvis. That's all, folks.